Good morning, grade 9 students. Allow me to introduce myself to you. I am Miss Avery Daniel M. Lapid. I am the English coordinator in the junior high school and temporary grade 9 English teacher. Since I am unable to attend your RISE session since I have a different class and a different grade level, I opted to record the video so that you will be able to still get or have a discussion of the lesson and not be left behind by the other sections. No, supposedly we are going to have a game called English karaoke. Since I am not around or available, let's kind of skip this part already. No, there's supposedly 8 songs with missing lyrics. There you go. The first one is Treat You Better. Second is That Should Be Me by Justin Bieber. Third is Leaves by Ben and Ben. Fourth is Maybe the Night Still by Ben and Ben. We also have The Driver's License, Wherever You Will Go, Into the Unknown, and the last song is our favorite Christmas song, Christmas in Our Hearts. Now, if you will, the correct answers there are these words: can, should, will, might, can't, could, would, won't, and may. Now, these words are what we call modals. And modals is a type of auxiliary verb. When we say auxiliary verb, it is synonymous to helping verb. It is not the main verb, but instead it helps the main verb be clearer. Modals are often used to express ability, possibility, permission, or obligation. But for this session, for this video, we will be only discussing 4, and these 4 are permission, prohibition, obligation, and the opposite of obligation, no obligation. Let's have the first one. So obviously, when we say modals of permission, we ask permission politely. We can also use it to make a request or to offer help to someone. Now, I want you to focus on the word politely. When we say politely, it means that it is done with respect. So you can say that when you say modals of permission, there is this virtue of respect that we practice. And we have 3 common modals of permission. First is can, second is could, and the third one is may. Now, Miss, paano po namin malalaman kung ano yung gagamitin namin? All of these 3 can be used when you ask for permission. But how are they different from one another? In this order, can is, let's say, the least polite, and may is the most polite. So we can say that can is often used when you are talking or asking permission to someone who is younger than you or of the same age. Whereas may is being used preferably when you are asking permission from someone who is older than you. For example, you are in a classroom. Kunyari face-to-face tayo. Si teacher nagsabi na get 1/4 sheet of paper. Kaya lang wala kang dalang papel. So, sa katabi mo, manghihingi ka. Classmate, can I have a piece of paper? Kasi magkaedad kayo ni classmate, no? Paano naman ganito? Kunyari, nasa OD ka. Nasa OD tayo. May event. Alam natin, miss na natin mag-event, diba? Tapos, biglang sabi ni speaker, bring out a pen. Because you have to write something. Paglingon mo sa kanan para manghiram, ang nakita mo doon, hindi classmate mo, nag-CR pala si classmate. Ang katabi mo ngayon doon sa kanan mo ay si Sir Ben. Nakita mo may ballpen si Sir Ben. You should use may. Why? Sir Ben, may I borrow your pen? Bakit po may? Kasi Sir Ben, first and foremost, is the principal of our school, and first and foremost pala, he is older than you, and second, he is the principal of our school. So therefore, there should be a certain level of politeness. Gets yung difference, no? If you have any questions later on, I will tell you how to relay your concerns to me, no? Let's see some examples. Can I sit here? So, hindi lang siya declarative sentences. You can actually use them in interrogative or sentences or question sentences. You can use my car if you like. Wow, very generous car. Could I ask you something? Could you pass me my book, please? May I see your vaccination card, please? So this here, regardless of whether they are in the sentence form or a declarative sentence form, all the sentences asks for permission. No? I hope that is clear to you. Let's proceed to the next one, which is modals of prohibition. These verbs are used to show that something is prohibited or not allowed. So, kung yung kanina, nanghihingi ka ng permiso kung pwede mo bang gawin, ito naman ay yung mga tipong bawal mong gawin. Kabaligtaran lang po nung nauna. We have 3. Can't, must not, and mustn't. These two, must not and mustn't, are just the same. Pinaikli lang po natin yung must not. This is what we call a contraction. Mustn't is a contraction of must not, while can't is a contraction of cannot. Yun lang po yun. Pero they're the same thing. Let's see. Sample sentences. What does this sign say? Oh, we can park here. Perhaps the speaker is driving a car, no? And she's looking for a parking space, and then they saw this blank, empty space. Kaya lang may sign na nakadikit sa pader. No parking. O kaya nakapinta sa pader. Kasi maraming nakapaint na ganun around Metro Manila. No parking here. Ganyan. So, yun po. Ibig sabihin, ano yung bawal niyang gawin? Mag-park doon sa lugar na iyon. O, let's see this one. Baggage must not be left unattended. Madalas natin nakikita to kung sa food court ng SM. Diba, syempre, food court siya. May mga tables, tapos nakapaligid sa inyo yung mga kainan. Siguro minsan may isip natin para hindi mawala yung upuan. Iiwan ko muna dito yung gamit ko. Kaya lang, bawal po yun. Hindi po pwedeng gawin yun. Bakit? Syempre, baka mawala. Baka makuha siya ng kung sino. So, again, all of these 4 sentences simply talks about the things that you are not allowed to do. No? Next. The third type of mode that we will be discussing is the modals of obligation. These modals are used to show that something should be done with a sense of urgency. Kailangan meron siyang, kumbaga, paano ba sa Filipino? Dapat magawa mo siya. Parang, gagawa ka or gagawa ka. Ganun yung sense of obligation. No? We only have 3. Has to, or have to, and then must. Let's see. We have to open our cameras during rice session kasi required siya. Parang magbubukas ka ng camera o magbubukas ka ng camera. Ganun siya. Kasi it was told to you during the orientation in an online setup. It is part of our school rule. So, you have to follow that rule. Next, Abby must submit her theme paper before the deadline. Of course, we should always follow deadlines. Miss, yung third sentence po, wala naman pong has to or have to. Pero ang ginamit mo, had to, miss. Modal of obligation pa rin po ba yun? Yes po, modal of obligation pa rin po ang had to. Ang had to po ay ang past tense ng has to at have to. Kapag ginagamit niyo po sila as modals, si has to ay ginagamit bilang singular present. Si have to, plural present, at si had to ay singular or plural past. Wag pong ma-confuse na, ulitin natin. Si has to ay singular present, si have to ay plural present, at si had to ay singular or plural past. I hope that I made myself clear there. And the last one is no obligation, which is Kabaligtaran lang ng obligation. Kung maga ang obligation, gagawa ko or gagawa ka, so no obligation, pwedeng hindi mo siya gawin. You don't have to do it. No? Let's see. You don't have to open your camera during SOAR. Alam natin kapag SOAR, pwede kang mag-off ng camera. You can actually leave the link. So you don't have to do it. You don't have to open your camera. Next, you don't have to be perfect all the time. All you have to do is do your best. Siyempre, sabi nga nila, nobody is perfect. So, why do we need to be perfect all the time? You don't actually have to be perfect all the time. Questions po? For any questions, simple lang po ang ating gagawin. You can send your questions to me, to my email address. It's avery.lapid@esps.edu.ph. Again, if you have any questions with regards to this lesson, you can email me at avery.lapid@esps.edu.ph. For the remainder of the period, kindly answer this on your notebook. All you have to do is to complete the 5 statements by choosing from the modals below.